You don't mind if I post on YouTube, right?
No, you're good. You're good.
Alright. Yeah,
Make it look good.
people in Japan and like the people
Mm,
interested in soccer.
yeah,
You did good
of
in the
course.
college soccer, so I just want to tell people like
Yeah,
what should they do.
of course. I like that idea.
I got some question for you. Okay, so probably I should explain a little bit. So Soren, you were like captain on my team, and then you graduated last semester. My question was like, what was the hard about being captain in my team?
I think some of the hardest thing about being a captain is that you have to hold other people accountable, and you have to make choices and take conflicts that might not be as comfortable in the moment. You have to tell people that they might have to do something or they can't do something. So I think some of the hardest things was to take those conflicts and not be this nice guy. And
Right.
it is part of the role as being ex-captain. I think some of the other things that was a little bit hard is for me to know my weaknesses and my strength, and just having to accept that I can't fulfill everything. So delegating that responsibility to other people is some of the things I had to learn, and I struggle a little bit with throughout my college career as a captain. We had some guys that just lighted up the locker room by speaking, being inspirational. So having to give them more responsibility in that way was something I had to accept, and being okay with it wasn't me that had to take that role, but giving that role to another person so that I could focus on other things, something I've learned.
So you were you nervous before you
Mm.
become a captain, or were you afraid of being captain, or?
I don't think like I was nervous or afraid. I talked to actually one of the former MLS goalkeepers, John Bush, about being a captain,
Okay.
because he has been a captain for a lot of teams and done it very successfully. And I told him about myself, and he asked about my strengths, and he said, "Don't change the way you are. Don't change the person you are. You're a captain for a reason. You've been chosen to be a captain for a reason. So don't change the person you are, and don't try and do something that feel forced and feel uncomfortable. Because if I did something that I didn't feel good about or felt was uncomfortable, it would give off a negative vibe, and you guys would feel like, okay, he's not comfortable and he doesn't believe in what he's saying. So why would I believe in it? If he doesn't believe in it, why would I? And I think that's a great advice. Just be yourself and know your strengths, know your weaknesses, because if you don't believe in it and if you are not doing it, the team is not gonna accept it. So.
Right. I think you did a really great job, because I was captain at high school. I know you did, like you saw the all players. If we miss something, you let us punishment, But I know you don't want to do it too. But
Exactly.
you trying to organize. I know you don't like to be hated by people, but you try to do it to organize the team. So I think you did a really good job, and then the team was really like one team.
Yeah, I think it has, like, you have to be good at talking to people and being good at reading people. So you have to be able to read people and what motivates people and what helps people in certain situations. So there's different peoples that like to be punished for something they do wrong, and some people, like, you can talk a little bit harder to, and some people need a more friendly approach. So that's definitely something that's worth mentioning as well. Like, you have to be able to talk differently and guide people differently, based on what type of personality they are. So that's something, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. My next question is, so I know you play in Denmark and then you come to the US and you play at the college soccer. What do you think about US college soccer?
I think college soccer is one of the most professionally youth leagues there is in terms of the setup and all this stuff outside of the field. You got 3-4 full-time coaches, you got athletic trainers, you got strength coaches, you got like mental people helping you out, like you got trainers on the sideline ready to tape your ankle or give you everything you need, like water, Gatorade, everything you need to succeed. I think in college soccer you got all the possibilities you need to improve. So in terms of the whole outside world of the college soccer, it's one of the most professionally set up I've seen and been part of. I've had friends here in Denmark who played for some of the big pro leagues, pro clubs, and when I've showed them our facilities and when I've talked about what my life is and my day is, like, they're getting jealous and they're like, wow, we don't even have that. We play professionally. So I think that's something that I was really impressed by coming to college soccer and seeing what's the whole setup and how much money, time, and effort there's put into it. So in terms of like the on-field stuff, I think it's very different from what I've learned throughout my youth time. It's a different style of play, I'd say, compared to European soccer. In college soccer, they are more athletic and more physical. They're faster, stronger, and spend more time on the athletic side. But I think here in Europe, we have a little bit more tactical and technical understanding. I think that's what the American and college soccer is missing. In terms of the style of play, it's more direct, which is suited for the Americans because they are more athletic. They are a little bit faster, a little bit stronger. So it's more man-to-man. It's more 1v1s where you can show off your athletic abilities more than what I think might be the same in Japan, but like the more technical and tactical team aspect of it.
Yeah, you talk about Japanese. I was gonna ask you about what do you think about Japanese players? Have you played with the Japanese player before you came here, or was it first time?
Yeah, no.
Japanese?
I didn't have any experience with the Japanese soccer at all before coming to college. I think I have a little memory. I think it's from the World Cup in 2010, where Japan and Denmark was playing. And Japan won 3-1, scoring 2 free kicks. Honda was tearing it up. A great player, I found out. But no, I didn't know a lot of Japanese players. There's Kagawa, Honda, great players. But I didn't think like, oh wow, Japanese players and soccer at all was that big a thing. But then I came to college and had 3 teammates being Japanese, and I saw that they reminded a lot of me and the rest of the European boys because of their tactical and technical approach to the game. I loved playing with them on the field because they were kind of thinking the same as me. I felt like they had that you Japanese players have the same cultural soccer mentality and the same view on the stuff. You like to play fast on the ground, 1-2, very possession minded. As I said before, the Americans are more athletic and they like to go more 1v1s and play more on their physical strength, where the Japanese might lack a little bit of that. So they possess more, they make other people run more, and I think that reminds me a lot of European soccer. But then, as you said, I also played over the summer, played some PDL, and saw some great Japanese players. So I think it's very eye-opening and to see like how great the style of play is from the Japanese players.
So you think if like Japanese people and European players match on the field, it will be really good soccer style in the US?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the European and Japanese style is very similar. I think that's the take on it. I think what we at UCA had very big success on was the same, that we had the same mentality. We found solutions. We shocked some of the Americans with that tactical understanding. And I think that's some of the things that we succeeded a lot on. And I also think that it was some of our weaknesses that we didn't have the same American style of play, and in the games where we needed a little bit more of hard work and athletic ability, we were lacking a little bit of that, and that's a weakness. But I think the strength, again, is that we were on the same side and we had the same ideas, and we knew that if we trusted each other, we could make it work like that. And I think it's a little bit classic to say that individual work is key to becoming a great soccer player. I think you have to put in the work and do individuals. You have to get a good fitness level. You need to eat right, sleep right. Everybody can be professional that 1.5 hours you're on the soccer field. But if you don't sleep right, if you go out and eat bad food right after practice and all that, and you don't live like a professional the other hours of the day, it doesn't matter what you put in that hour or hour and a half. And then if you do individuals and you put in extra work, make sure you put it in with quality. Because if you don't do it properly or do it with quality, it doesn't really help you. I would have one of our assistant coaches, Thomas Milner, helping me plan these individuals based on the training load we had throughout the week. So he would say, Monday we might have a hard session, so let's not do an individual there. Let's stay after practice and see how much energy you have, and then let's work on something there instead of coming in before or doing something in the morning and then having a lower level and quality in the afternoon session. Then Wednesday we might have a lighter session in the afternoon. Then let's go into in the morning and have a quality session there where I can use a little bit more of energy there, because I know I'll still be fresh and I will still be able to put in quality in the afternoon session. I think it's important to know that you have to put in quality work if you're doing extra. Don't just do extra because you're being told to do extra. And don't just go to the gym and then I would always make fun of Dalton Handlin, as you know, because he would go to the gym and he would just lift off his shirt and take pictures and not put in the work. And I would tell him, hey, man, go in and put in the work. Don't just go in and just to go in and say you're done. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to the gym, go in and really get the work done. And again, if you're doing an individual on the field, just make sure you're actually putting in the work and getting quality out of it, because it might end up hurting you instead of improving you.
Okay, I think that's all. But what's your plan from now? So
that's a good question.
Yeah, what's your goal?
My goal is, I know I'm always going to play soccer. I'm always going to have fun playing soccer. I'm trying to play at the highest level I can play at. I know I'm going to be playing until I'm 80 years old and just having fun that one time with my friends. But if it's a full-time professionally, or if it's part-time professionally, I think it's the same. I'm always going to try and play at the highest level and then work it around that. So right now I'm looking at the options and seeing what is the best step for me in order to get better and get to the highest level possible.
Yeah, I'll keep eyes on you for sure.
Sounds good.
We went like different ways. Like, I'm still in the US, you went, your country, but we still, connecting like on Instagram, and we can talk like this. So I'm sure keep on you, and then I'm always like, hoping that you had successful career. Yeah, just hit me up. Like, if you need anything, I can help you. We can help each other.
No, for sure. Like, that's a good thing, and one of the things that I'm most appreciative with college is the great network I got out of it. I mean, I got all you Japanese boys, I got the Spanish guys, Italian guys, Americans. I would love to go to Japan and see that. I've never been there. So hopefully I can go there and see you guys, and
Yeah.
I would love to show you guys Copenhagen. And
Yeah.
it's a bit cold, so remember a jacket.
Yeah, I'll bring
But
for sure.
no, for sure. I'll stay in touch, and I'll get to see you again.
Yeah. All right. Good luck. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking.
No problem. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.